Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since my last video. I've been overseas, spent a month or so, took some time off. Now I'm back and ready to share what I've learned with you. And to kick things off, I thought I'd do a what's in my bag video. I'll walk you through the IRL gear I've been using for the last couple of months, including my trip to Seoul. On a side note, I wish I'd done a what's in my bag video earlier because of how much my gear has changed in the years that I've been doing this. And I think we got to learn from what did and didn't work. Now this could be a good resource to look back on in the future. So if you're curious about what's in my bag, this one's for you. So let's dive in. Starting with my iPhone 11, which I have attached to this lanyard for easy access, better security, and is currently my main live streaming device. Sometimes I do and don't have a SIM card in this phone, it depends. And I have my S23 Ultra, which I keep in one of my pockets as a mobile hotspot for the iPhone and other devices. Both phones can be used to control my live stream, and this phone always has a SIM card in it. Next up, we have one of two microphones I switch between, and that's the DJi Mic 2 with Rode Lav Go and Furry windshield, and the DJi Mic Mini with and without a receiver. Let me just say, I love the versatility of the Mic Mini because I can use it with both phones and cameras. And finally, before we take a look at my bag, I always wear a Bluetooth headset so I can hear chat messages with text-to-speech enabled, and to monitor the audio for my stream, which is coming from the iPhone. I'll insert a diagram here to illustrate how this is all connected. Pause the video here if you want, otherwise let's continue. My bag is the 6-litre Sling from Peak Design. I really like the style because I have easy access to what's inside. It's big enough to carry what I need for IRL and small enough so I don't get carried away with packing too much stuff. For my trip to Seoul, I kept extra cables and other items in my luggage so I could switch up my gear based on the day's activities. At the top of the bag, I have this invisible selfie stick from Insta360 and a quick release mount from Ulanzi. Just under the selfie stick is the DJi Action 4, which I can use as my main camera for the iPhone. It's got a wider look than my phone and can last up to 2.5 hours on a single charge. I'll cover how I used Action 4 with my iPhone in a future video, so please subscribe for that one. The bag has room for a drink, bite to eat, or small camera. Next up, we have a mini tripod with the same quick release mount for the Action 4. I love how discreet and minimalist this setup is for what I do. The Action 4 on the mini tripod, the iPhone on the lanyard to check what's happening in chat, and the S23 Ultra, which I keep in my other pocket. And if I need to read the chat, I can take the iPhone off the lanyard and then reattach it later. If we wind back a little, you'll remember I have the standalone DJi Mic 2 with Rode Lav Go, which I have connected directly to the Action 4. To me, the audio is just as good as using a receiver. Moving on, we have the Ulanzi JJ02, which is a 3-in-1 mini tripod for phones and my backup plan in case I'm unable to use the Action 4 as my main camera. I can switch to using one of my phones instead. And this is where I'd attach the Mic Mini receiver and transmitter for good audio into either the iPhone or S23 Ultra. The best part is the Mic Mini charging case holds everything including the transmitters with the windshields attached. In Seoul, I had one transmitter connected to the receiver for my phones and the other one connected to the Action 4. That way I could use either setup as needed. But lately I've been using the Mic 2 with the Action 4 because it's a standalone transmitter that can't really be used with a phone, and I can use this lavalier mic. Next up is probably the best bit of kit I've bought this year, and that's this 250 watt battery bank from Anker. I've been able to do several long streams and had no issues going through multiple international airports. In this pocket I have the Ulanzi LM18 magnetic light for the Action 4. It's easy to pop on and off and handy in low light. It has 3 levels of brightness and battery life of up to 8 hours. On the outside pocket I have the Nighthawk M2 with a 10,000 mAh battery bank, which I use for my photography camera. And finally I have this rechargeable selfie stick from Telesin for the Action 4 when I know I'll be doing longer live streams. I'll swap out the Insta360 selfie stick and keep the mini tripod in my bag. The Telesin will keep the Action 4 charged all day, otherwise I try to recharge it every 60 to 90 minutes. The Telesin also extends up to 90 centimeters, which is tall enough to sit alongside me on a chair when there's no table nearby. Before we wrap things up, let's go over the pros and cons of this gear versus some of the others. Pro number 1. I love how low-key and discreet the Action 4 is on the mini tripod. To other people I look like a tourist, whereas some of the setups I've used in the past were interesting to say the least. Pro number 2. I can stream for a couple of hours using the internal battery of the Action 4 or all day with the Telesin power grip, and the Anker 250 watt has more than enough juice to keep everything else charged. Pro number 3. I feel a lot better about having my streaming phone close to me on the lanyard instead of on a tripod. The Action 4 is lighter, easier to hold, and if anything happened to it I'd be gutted, but okay, because it's not my phone. Con number 1. I prefer the look of the Action 4, but I'm unable to read the chat while looking at the camera. I have to glance down at my phone to read anything I might have missed. When I use the phone's front-facing camera, the chat can be aligned just to the side of it, and to viewers, it looks like I'm responding to them. The effect is like a teleprompter, which is hard to replicate while you're IRL. Con number 2. Lagging connectivity while using the Action 4 as my main video camera isn't as good as using the phone. I think it's because there are fewer moving parts. I'm sure this will improve over time, but for now try to remember you can always switch back to using the phone if all else fails. That, my friends, is this episode of What's in My Bag. I hope you liked it and will tune in for the next video, which will be about the apps I'm using for IRL live streaming. See you in the next one.